hour of night gardening. Welcome to my garden. How are you today? How was your day? Wow, some nice things to see there. Yeah, imagine we are 90 nights 34, like from night 1 to wow, like 31, 2, 3, 4. 90 nights 34. Good. Good. Yes, let me try and move it like this. How are you doing today? How was your day? How was your Monday? So it was good. Although in the morning I still felt like I need to keep on relaxing, but it is a work day. Wow. So today, there's something I want us to do with this. I don't know if I place it here. Wow, 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 wow. So 1934. So far, at least we have the transplanted plants in the different containers are looking good. The radish is there, and there's another container outside. And I'm looking forward at least, and by the way, today it was raining. It rained yesterday night, and in the morning we woke up, it was still drizzling. So the ground was still so wet to be, I could not even work the ground to do a lot of things, because many of the tomatoes and the others, they're supposed now to go to the garden. And then I have to prepare like more containers to refresh the soil, because many of the containers are the ones I used last season. And just refreshing the soil so that it's the soil is not compacted. It needs to be loose, light and airy, so that even when I transplant, the roots find like a good ground. They're able to penetrate easily, and that is why it is good to just mix it up. But now, because it has been raining so much, it is so hard to do that, because it is muddy, the garden is flooded, it is wet, and working on that is quite a task. So, but we still have a lot to do in the night garden. At least you can see our sugarcane looking good, really nice. Let's see whether I can try to get a can you see this? Get a better shot of it. Okay, I will bring you closer in time. So how are you today? How are you today? I like saying hi to my friends when they come to the night garden. Remember, for me, the night garden, I've like my intention is to make it like an enjoyable station, to just go in the garden, learn a lot of things, and not so much as a chore, but just to learn a lot of things, and also get to chat with other people online. So if you come online, please do say hi, so that I can also say hi back, and we can at least chat a little bit about your day and what you like about gardening. So I think we are on track. This is like the second month. We're just starting the second, imagine, we're starting the second month. I mean, you can start something, but then you just need grace to continue. So I'm so glad we got to day 34. I need to get something else. So today, remember when I cut my passion, the big fruits live, and I was so happy. I celebrated. I was like, passion fruit, please be good, please be good. We are live on air, and I got a very nice fruit. So there's this issue about like seeds that is going on. You see, like yeah, in some countries you find that they are promoting people should buy hybrid seeds, but then we know that the indigenous crops, the original crops that we have in our lands, in our area, in the herbs and everything, those plants are medicinal. And also just the way nature was designed, they're even designed to like regenerate, because you will come, you will pick from there, and even as the plant is, sometimes the plant will dry at the same point and the seeds will drop just the same area or at other times, excuse me, the birds, as they are feeding on the fruit trees by then the birds love my pomegranate tree and it is looking so beautiful. I need to share a photo. I will share an update. Now it has started, there I go with many stories. It has started having the nice beautiful red leaves and the red flowers, as the fruit it's now going into fruiting. So the birds can, as the birds visit the trees to eat the fruits, and they drop the seeds in different places, or even as you also eat the fruits and you drop the seeds at different places. But now those are designed to survive within the environment. They are designed to be strong, the way nature has set it. And it's just like the way you find the volunteer plants in your garden. You find that the volunteer plants, the ones that just grow by themselves, like you planted tomatoes, another season you harvested and went, and yeah, that was it. But then you come back later, you find tomatoes at the same point. Or sometimes what you do, the way you wash your tomatoes in the kitchen, you wash everything, take it to the garden, you like discard the water at a certain point in the garden, and later on you find that the seeds, they planted themselves there and they sprouted, and now you have like tomato plants, good ones. Then the ones that you find that have just grown widely, they're usually so strong. You find that they're pest resistant, they're not easily attacked by pests and diseases, and they just survive. And I think they even like surviving because you just neglect them. It's like you say, this one has just grown by itself, so let it survive. But somehow, that one that you have left to just grow by itself and survive, it grows really well, performs really well. And then, one thing I like doing when I find such plants in my garden is to save the seeds. Because I know probably this is a plant that is strong, can survive the harsh, because it has survived the hot weather, the hot sun and everything. It has waited for the rain and after the rains it has survived the heavy rainfall. Like I have the indigenous vegetables in my garden, those ones have survived the heavy rainfall. The other ones that I planted from these other seeds, some of them you see that they're showing signs of overwatering. I see that the leaves are somehow, the leaves should have like a nice strong green color, yeah? It should not be edging towards yellow. It should be like a deep strong green. Now you find those ones that just planted themselves, the indigenous, the vegetables that are used, that you did not plant, you find that they survive, they are strong, and you can harvest from them. That is including also amaranth. Before I even started like this season, I had to like remove a lot of amaranth, so many strong roots that have just dried, strong plants that have just dried around the garden. because now they were taking over the area. Now the good thing is that amaranth is so nutritious, and amaranth ranks as number 1. So even if I removed those ones and like did like this and the seeds scattered, I know within a short time, let this once these rains at least reduce in intensity, as in the intensity goes down, and at least we are back to normalcy, I know I will have amaranth in the garden again, and I can be able to enjoy the nice fresh leaves. But then I did harvest the. Did I share it on YouTube? Really? Now sometimes what happens, I share on and then some reels will be on TikTok, some reels will be on Instagram, but a lot of information on Facebook and TikTok. Then Instagram, just a bit. Okay, so I don't think I shared on YouTube when I harvested the amaranth seeds. So I will share. That means I have like there is a debt I have to pay now concerning amaranth. I will share a video on that. I have to like now prepare myself to share that, because it's important at least just to have a backlog. At this time, as more and more countries and more people, I don't know why they would love for people to move away from the indigenous seeds and go to the other hybrid seeds. But then you see, even the hybrid seeds, they say they produce more. They produce more because they are trying to fight the goal of, their goal is actually good. They are trying to fight hunger and malnutrition in different parts of the country, especially in parts of the country where the living standard is so low. So they want to like introduce foods that can grow. They are looking for varieties. They're making it grow faster, bigger size and everything. But then I think in together with that, they should not like tell people now do not save seeds or anything, do not grow the indigenous crops. I think it should just go together. In the places where they need to do those programs, let the programs continue. Let them grow the fast growing varieties. Let them distribute the food. At least people get the food, because life is important. Life is key. The key thing we need is life. And now to sustain that life, we need food security. But apart from that, also, if wherever you are, if you can get the indigenous seeds, the ones that you can just save easily or collect, or from plants that you see that have performed so well, and you can save the seeds, it is a nice way of just preserving your biodiversity. Because what will happen if everybody decides that we are not growing from seed again, and you have to like buy seeds. Now explain a situation in the country where now the cost of seeds, if now you want to plant, the cost of seed has like doubled. You used to buy it at 500. Now when you go to the shops, you want to buy seeds, you have to buy it at like 1,000 shillings. Now, if that cost doubles like that, and it will just keep on, the prices never go back. It is always a forward progression. The income is the one that is supposed to increase, but then it is not that easy for that income to increase in tandem with how the price increase is going. So if wherever you are, I would love if it would be nice actually to just save your seeds, the ones you can get, especially the indigenous seeds. They are good. And even for the other crops, at least have a seed bank. Have a seed bank, because it is getting more and more expensive to access the seeds. And now if we come to a point that everybody now is locked, that we have to depend on seedless varieties, it means you cannot grow again. Imagine now in the market if we had like seedless tomatoes, because now they want to make tomatoes that are nice and thick to make paste, so they remove all the They remove all the seeds. Like I think I saw on social media. I don't know how true it was. There was an avocado without seed. That reminds me. Oh my. That reminds me of something. Huh? By the way, we still need to start our avocado seeds. Oh my, oh my. We still need to start our avocado seeds, and I don't want to start them. I don't want to start them in water. I just want to, because I've been telling you I have an avocado seedling that I did not even start with. I just started directly in soil. And I would love at least to document how it goes, just the way I've documented for the sugarcane. And they have performed so well. Like, I'm so happy. This, it gives you like a satisfaction. At least I know I've been saving like an hour to come to the garden every evening, but I know I'm like documenting something nice. Years and years later, somebody will come, will watch the videos, and also what I'm just preparing for the blog and everything, and they'll be like, this is how it works, and yeah, this is how they used to do it and everything. Yeah, hoping that now the blog will just be will have like a whole diary, like a very, very big diary of things you can just check. Then for my blog, I just want to be like the way I'm doing my night garden. I just come and talk with my friends, at least exchange ideas, tell them what I'm doing and show them. And also my blog is just like that. It's just a freestyle kind of reading, yeah, like just taking the reader through the steps that I'm going every day and showing like what is on the ground, because different places have different experiences. What they're recording that other side of the world is not the same thing we're recording on this other side. Right now I've moved away from what I was saying about the seeds, but I will come back. Right now what we are seeing is that the farms are flooded, roads have been destroyed, and there are also landslides. Today I saw a couple of videos on landslides that are happening. There's the central part of the country, there's an area where they get lots of landslides, and now because of the heavy rains, somebody just feel how the soil just went down, like so imagine if people's houses are there, imagine if there are schools there, imagine I don't oh my, it's such a terrible sight. But now what do you do? And it's because of the heavy rains. So, and even right now we are still working on, there are lots of efforts by the government to just increase and the population, the number of trees that we have, because remember the forest had been destroyed for quite some time, and that was because of people who had invaded. By the way, there are communities that are used to staying in the forest. They were there. That is like their life. They were used to eating the honey and living there. They were used to the crops, and they were just together in tune with what was happening in the forest. Now, saying that if there was a time now they were told they have to leave the forests, if I was to give an opinion, for those indigenous communities that were there originally, those ones would have been left there because they knew how to preserve. They knew how to take care of it. But now, there are people who came and took advantage of it, and because of monetary gains, people want to burn charcoal and at least like make income. The issue is always how do we make some income, at least to have a better quality of life. But then the indigenous communities knew how to coexist with the nature there. They knew how they were collecting their honey, eating their honey, or even the wildlife there. They knew how to coexist, and the forest was not destroyed. But then the invaders are the ones who came into the forest, and like things were messed up. And now after that, like a lot of destruction, and it's not only this country. I know it's different parts of the country, different countries that have experienced that, and that is why there's lots of efforts. At least people, let us plant trees, let us keep on planting, let us keep on planting. As for me, let us keep on planting the trees, but let us also keep on planting more fruit trees, and let us not stop people from like saving seeds or using their indigenous seeds, because the indigenous are better suited for survival in the place that you are. like nature was designed in the place that you are. They are like those indigenous vegetables and crops. Your people knew how to eat them, how to prepare them, and they were like medicine and good, and they could survive the different things. They could survive if normally there's always, because they've seen a pattern, there's a long period of a long dry season, then it will be followed by a season of heavy rains. Like that, they keep on alternating, but people knew how to survive in such instances. So I hope we will I want to work on at least getting some seed from passion. Now passion is interesting because trying to get starts from it is very interesting. By the way, the papaya is right there, still looking good, and those the papaya is from Zero Cost Seeds. So I want to see, let me see if you can, they are right here. Those ones are from Zero Cost Seeds. I think I showed you the container where I saved the papaya seeds. I still have more, so it would be nice if I can get the papaya trees and just distribute them around the garden, because those ones, the fruit trees, are better suited to survive the fluctuations. Sometimes you get very heavy rainfall, sometimes you get too little rainfall, sometimes it is so hot, sometimes I don't know, there's just a mix of things because of the climate change. And it's all around the world. Nobody is like excluded. You know, somebody may think they're excluded, but no. Some people may not be experiencing that flood, but they may experience like when they're supposed to come out of winter, they stay in winter for a very long time. Others, they somehow there is an interruption in the middle and the plants are signaled to start like producing, but then now the low temperatures start again. Now there is like some confusion in between, and that is because of climate change. But all in all, I think just as gardeners and even just to preserve our biodiversity, it is good to get seeds. Save the seeds wherever you are, because if we are forced into a life that we have to depend on people who give us the seedless varieties, and the hybrid seeds become too expensive for you, it will be hard just to grow, even the way some people just grow as a hobby to see how things grow at home. And even just getting a garden, having a garden is so important, because a garden is like a place where you get refreshed. If you have a thriving garden and somehow your body was not so much okay, and you just go outside and see it and the garden is beautiful, you get refreshed. So I'm hoping to get my garden to that level. So that's why at least I'm increasing the variety of flowers. I want to have like more and more and more like beautiful plants, beautiful flowers around the garden, besides the other food crops. And even right now, at least I have different types of plants that can survive the prolonged dry periods, which is nice. Now I have given a lot of stories I think I want to work today. Now if we don't get to work on the fruits today, we'll get to work on the fruits tomorrow. So first I want to start on the garlic. The garlic here, I think sometime the previous nights I've been showing you the garlic, and man, this thing is just growing here even before I put it. Like, this is not how we started. They're like growing and growing and growing, and I think it's because the air is it's wet, there's higher humidity, and at some time during the day you get the sun a bit, then it rains. So those conditions, that's the way it is. The weather condition, it makes it easy. Like, look at this one also, you see, it's also coming up. So for me, if I find such in the kitchen, and even for there I also found what is it called? The other that is used with garlic, ginger. If I find that it has started growing, it is better to cut it, let it like dry on one side. Sometimes you don't even have to let it dry on one side, you just use ash to like coat. I like using the ash that I saved from my jiko to like coat the one side, so at least you protect it from the ants. The ants will like not chew the plant and destroy it, like it gets rotten. So once you coat it just the way you do like with potatoes, you plant it and it is good. And but I've never shown the okay, I need to show the container with the ginger. It is still there. Then I also need to show you the container with the parsley. I think I need to do more coriander. And then there is this other, it's called what? Celery. I need to do celery. Now, as regards to celery, the last time I tried doing celery, I did not get anything. So this will be like the second time I'm trying to start the seeds. You know, there's some seeds that they will not just perform in an area. This is like I mean, my garden is in a suburban area, but this region is it's classified as arid and semi-arid. It's an arid and semi-arid region. So the sun, then sometimes you can get rains once in a while and it can be so heavy. Sometimes then it disappears, and now there's so many things that happen when you now look at regions. There are some plants that like the tea plantation, they're in regions that they don't experience that high heat, and also you get that the rains are the area is like wet. You find in the afternoon sometimes at some period it will rain, then it will stop, and it continues year and year yearly like that. So it's easy for those plants to thrive in that area. So sometimes some of the seeds I've started in this arid and semi-arid region is they can't survive. So that will be like a second try to start those seeds. So today I want to start this one. I know this one will survive, and this one is in the same group with you see my onions looking good right there. This other side I have just a few of the spring onions. For the spring onions I said I'll have to start some more, but it's okay. They'll have a difference of like a month, but then I usually do at least, I like looking for interesting ways just to grow them in containers, because you find that most of the people in the city and in some suburban areas, because many people have moved to the suburban areas, they don't have much space. I'm so lucky, at least I have some garden space outside. So most of the people will like embrace the container gardening with the different plants like that. So it's I think it will be a good experience just to see how they grow in containers. But in the past, even when I started just sharing my content and everything, I did a lot just on the open garden, the beds and everything. I didn't even like make like many raised beds, because I didn't have the pallets. And most of my videos, you'll see that what I share is I just use things that I find easily around the garden. So as I'm making stories, I want to start working on this container. So the other half of this container is the one right there with the radish, the white radish. But then the other radish is outside there, and it's looking good. I will bring the trough, the long trough that I recycled to grow the radish. It was a good decision to grow them there. So I'm waiting at least to see what we will get. If we also get something good, because I had planned for that one, in my mind I see that it will look good if it has lots of onions and even the succulents. The succulents are super useful in the garden, because the succulents can survive the long dry seasons in the garden. So here, let me just start working on my on my container. Now, for some of the containers with this part, sometimes I usually don't even like open it. I just put a big stone here, but then okay, there's no need to remove it. Let me just do some little openings on the side, so that at least we can have good drainage. And it's usually noisy because I'm just using the the simple hand tools I have in the garden. I do not have anything else that can do it faster, unless now I get the fire and use a hot knife or some metal to like make the holes. For some containers I've made like the perfect round holes by using the hot metal. That would mean I have to bring the fire and start heating it. Maybe later on, because I'm hoping in due time, as we continue working on the garden, I have to like create like a fire, like an open fire spot somewhere there in the garden. And I also want to like make biochar. I've been saving the cobs for making the biochar for quite a long period. So I don't know even if I get them, they'll be good enough now to burn and make the biochar, or I'll just have to like, if they are become so soft and soggy, because there are somewhere they are not so protected from the rain, they've been getting the rain a little bit. Maybe I'll just have to like cut them like try to just reduce the size and just throw them to the compost. I think now, because the ground is like super wet, the ground has taken in enough, like good amount of water. When I finally get to transplant the sugarcane, we are hoping for something good. Then also, these are just zero seeds, so I don't even know the name of the variety or anything. I just got sugarcane. So there are different parts of the country that grow sugarcane. So I'm guessing there are different varieties, because there are some varieties that will get to maturity faster than others. So I'm hoping the varieties I have will get to maturity faster, and also because our temperatures here, they don't drop that much, because we are in a semi-arid region. So preparing these containers takes a lot of time, and I have quite a number of them. Like if you'd get me carrying the containers, you'd ask, what is this girl going to do with all these containers? But then, when they get to my garden, they're like super useful. I've got many flowers just right there, by the way. I don't know if today you can be able to see. Yeah, you see there? So many of them. And they're in containers. It's like easy for me to start. Just jump start them. Then watering the containers is easy. The little like water you get from your kitchen, it's easy to water them. Yes, just a small opening like that on both sides. It's really noisy. It is really noisy, and the way I have so many containers to work on, it is noisy. Wow. But it's just a different sound like from someone who is doing woodworking. They still make some noise, but maybe you're used to the drill, the saws, the drills. It's just the same thing, but now I'm using my using my hands. Didn't even get my gloves today, but it's okay. We're not working on a lot of them. Then I had also made a different container for our sugarcane. I'm checking for it down here. I'm not seeing it. I will get it later. So at least the more number of crops we get to start in the garden, the greater the variety of things that can keep the pest population low. Because if you don't have a variety, sometimes the pests can really give you some difficult time. So that is it. I'm removing the paper on the side. This one here. Today I decided I'm not working with my gloves. Okay, looking good now. The rest will come out later. And at least I've made the drainage holes, so it's just to get some little pieces of stone to cover the drainage holes. So I've got like that. Let me just set this aside. can add some garden soil. Now, there must have been a visitor in my garden because I'm looking for my the pills there and use this. Now I got this garden soil when after the rain, so it is in clumps and hard. That's why I was saying it is so hard to like prepare lots of containers for the transplanting. So I'm just doing it bits by bits as I can handle. It is so hard. And it's okay even if it goes down there. So I just have to do it bit by bit. Because even if I want to pour it, it is in clumps. Because I think the new tomatoes, the cabbage, the okra, the watermelon and the eggplants will perform better if I refresh. I need to refresh like the soil in all the containers even before I start working on new containers. I had like my garden cup that I was reusing here like a scoop. I don't know why it is. I'm reusing it like a scoop because you can't use it anymore, so I give it some meaning, some value in the garden. We are done. Let's see. So good thing we cut the container last time. So today I was only making the drainage. Now and here we are working with black cotton soil. And what I've noticed with this soil, when it is dry, it forms big hard clumps. When it rains, now it is super sticky. So adding compost makes it light. It makes it light. So I will have to top up on compost because now I was not able to dig down in that area. I just do cold composting. Where I just dump the kitchen wastes. I have a corner. I think I've shown that corner in one of my videos. But then even during this journey, we will get there. I know soon. I am hoping soon this issue with the floods will be done with it. And we were told that there was a cyclone and it passed. Just hoping everyone stays safe during this time. At the same time, so many people are still displaced from their homes. Now, I will have to top up the compost here. Then I know when I water, later when I water, the soil will find like its own. It usually finds its own level, like just like this one. We filled it to a certain point, but then you see it will find its own level. So I have like space to top up the compost. Plus also I need like enough space so that when you come to water, because the water will like stand on the soil, it takes time to seep in with the soil in this area. So it seeps in quite slowly. So I need like good space. I always leave space so that you just water, you let the water, it will stand on the surface, but then it will just seep in slowly by slowly. Then the excess, at least I've made drainage holes. So I will leave it at that. And now we can just plug in our garlic. The soil is wet. I know it will find its own level with time. Just a little water. So today, by the way, my book is still here for our records. So now it's just plugging in the garlic as it is without removing anything. So we are hoping that now the roots, just as we started the sugar cane, so I'll just plug in a few of them. Just as a sample, and then I will show you our progress as I've been showing you the other days. Well, that is a productive, I'm counting it as a nice hour in our night garden. I'm hoping we can be able to do more things outside. I am planning. Hope we'll have like more lights outside to be able to do lots of things outside there. So we'll have to work on this. I will push it next, but it's also in the pipeline and the other things that we are supposed to start. So just a close look. So as long as I don't cover the part that is already growing, it is good. Then once they will shoot up, then the water will also, the soil will also find, it will go down because right now it is in clumps and hard and yeah, like this. So it will go down. I will have to top up compost, and even as I continue watering, we will see how they look like after some time. So that is a night garden for night 34. Thank you all for tuning in. At least I've been able to share just some ideas that I have and what I think about saving seeds and growing things from plants from seeds. So let's meet tomorrow for another update and for another activity in our night garden. So that is bye.